Well, good morning, everybody. We're glad you're joining us here on GMK. Jim's got the day off, but meteorologist Matt Breland is with me here this morning as we kick off another really big back-to-school week, Matt.
Busy week for sure, Grace. Yeah, and thankfully the weather is cooperating with us. We do have a bit of a cloudy start, a bit dreary just how we were yesterday, and temperatures staying mild into the lower 70s across Louisville International Airport, upper 60s near Bowman Field. A few passing clouds in our skies this morning with winds out of the east-southeast around 3 miles per hour. Temperatures for the rest of us in between the 60s and 70s. We're at 66 near Bedford, 69 for you folks near Elizabethtown, 67 Brandenburg, 70s for you guys near Hodgenville and near Mumfordville. As we head into the next coming hours, we will see a bit of a warmer trend throughout our day, but notice on satellite and radar, slightly active this morning. The only shower that we really have popping up on the radar is continuing to track its way closer towards the east of Scottsburg. We're still going to keep chances for some isolated showers in the forecast as we head throughout the remainder of the morning time. Mix of sun and clouds will be around throughout the afternoon, and as we head into the later hours of the day, closer towards our evening, that's whenever I'm expecting the chances to return for some brief scattered showers. They'll quickly fade away by the nighttime, and then we will have a sunny start to our day tomorrow with temperatures ranging into the 70s to start off our Wednesday. So you can expect highs today really just to range into the mid-80s. Still a bit of a warmer trend for us, but we're still on track to stay average for this time of the year. But we do have some warmer air headed our direction for the weekend. I'll have all the details about that forecast coming up here in just a few short minutes, but we do have some details on that holdup on I-65. There was a crash that happened earlier, and now the main roadway is closed, and the right-hand shoulder is blocked due to that crash on I-65. That is southbound just after exit 137 onto I-64. So that's going to cause a bit of a slowdown this morning whenever people get ready for their morning commute. Keep that in mind if that is part of your travel plans this morning. Otherwise, everywhere else, though, moving along fine this morning. Grace?
Matt, thank you. Right now, Metro Police are investigating a deadly car crash in eastern Jefferson County. Police say around 9 last night, a man driving a car on Taylorsville Road for an unknown reason crossed over the yellow lines, lost control, went off the road and hit a tree head-on. Officers tried to get him out of the vehicle but couldn't. Firefighters ended up having to cut that car open, and the driver did die at the scene. Police say he was not wearing a seatbelt. No other cars were involved. Now to our big story this morning. We are hearing audio from 12 newly released jail phone calls between Brooks Houck and his family members after his conviction in Crystal Rogers' murder. Houck can be heard making plans to sell his properties ahead of an expected civil trial. WHAS11's Alex Dieterer takes us through the key moments.
There's a good chance that I'm going to die in here. You understand that?
Brooks Houck to his brother Nick Houck just hours after he was charged in the death of Crystal Rogers.
We, the jury, find the defendant guilty of murder.
The very first phone call Brooks made after his conviction was to his sister, Rhonda, asking about his and Rogers' son, Eli.
They're going to come and take any assets that I have. That's, that is what it is. That's not a problem for me. But the problem is that I need to know for sure and that Eli's cared for.
The Houck siblings discussed selling his assets as quickly as possible. Houck saying he wants to make sure Eli is financially supported while he's serving his sentence.
That Skytrack, my Bobcat, the backhoe, that high lift down there, the dump trucks, those trailers, all that stuff can be sold.
Out of the dozen phone calls made by Houck that day, half were to his mother, Rosemary, where they discussed selling properties, paying off the bank, and Houck's insurance policies.
I've got a regular policy that goes like to $500,000 and $1 million. Then I've got what's called an umbrella policy that goes to $5 million.
Alex Dieterer, WHAS 11 on your side.
On July 8th, the Warren County jury found Houck guilty of murder, principal or accomplice, and tampering with physical evidence. The jury recommended he serve life in prison. Meanwhile, in the case of Steve Lawson, prosecutors are responding to his request for a new trial. Lawson was convicted of conspiracy to commit murder and tampering with physical evidence in the Crystal Rogers case. His defense team has requested a new trial, citing lack of adequate time to prepare and court order violations, among other issues. In a response filed yesterday, prosecutors said the defense didn't provide enough reasoning for the request. Lawson's sentencing is scheduled for tomorrow afternoon. The jury recommended he serve 17 years. Right now, Kentucky State Police are investigating after deputies shot and killed a Shelbyville man. The Shelby County Sheriff's Office responded to a call about a domestic situation at a home on Blackwell Road around 1 Monday morning. When they arrived, they say they found a man and a woman outside. Authorities say the man grabbed a gun and fired it at a sheriff's deputy. The deputy returned fire, killing the man. A neighbor we spoke to described the aftermath.
I was laying on my couch and I heard pop, 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 pop. And I said, those are gunshots. And it sounded like it was in my front yard. He was very distraught. And I heard him say that he had killed the man. And that's when I looked over and I had seen the man laid out in the garage.
The coroner's office identified the man killed as 41-year-old Ryan McBride. During the shooting, KSP says that at least one round fired by McBride hit a sheriff's deputy's equipment and resulted in a minor injury. The deputy has since been released from the hospital. We're just 2 days away from the first day of class for JCPS students, but for faculty, the work has already begun. Teachers at Wheeler Elementary in Fern Creek decorated their classrooms yesterday. Fifth grade teacher Jessica Galati said her goal is to make the room as comfortable as possible for students.
This is my 13th year teaching. And so, but it's like every year it's just brand new and nerves. And for the kids, I know they're nervous, but they don't know the teachers are just as nervous as they are. But they'll come in and they're just like, their eyes light up and they are so excited. And, you know, they love the LEDs and the lighting. And so it's a lot of fun for them.
Meanwhile, we are also set to learn more about JCPS's back-to-school preparations today. At a news conference, Superintendent Dr. Brian Yearwood and other JCPS officials will talk about transportation, vaccinations, the merging and opening of schools, and school renovations. That's at 10 a.m. at Jacob Elementary School. Students and teachers return to the classroom in just a few hours at a number of Kentuckiana districts. Here in Kentucky, Bardstown City Schools and Grayson County Schools are headed back. In Indiana, the same goes for students in Scott County District 1, Borden-Henryville School Corporation, and Clarksville Community Schools. So let's take a deeper look at what is new for some of those districts. This year, Clarksville Community Schools tells us it's looking forward to a new opportunity for the youngest learners through the Renaissance Early Learning Academy, which moves kindergartners into their own building. The district says the change will help focus specifically on the needs of early learners and allow for student body growth at Clarksville Elementary. Meanwhile, the 2,700 kids enrolled in Bardstown City Schools also head back to the classroom today. District officials say they're looking forward to making use of an old elementary school, which has been converted into a tech and career center. The district will also be making improvements to its middle and high school campus on 5th Street over the next 5 years. And as usual, we want to see your first day photos. Text the number on your screen now. It's 502-582-7290, and you just might be featured right here on GMK.